Hey, good morning. What's going on, y'all? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. And first, I want to say Happy Veterans Day to all the military vets. Thanks for all the service you guys do, and salute to y'all. It's Victory Monday, y'all. Cowboys get the win last night, 27-20 against those Philadelphia Eagles. My score predictions yesterday on my last from my last video. Basically, I said Cowboys were going to win 24-20. I was close. It was 27-20, but I was close. Dak Prescott, I believe, had 274 yards passing, which is good for him. I said that Dak he ranges between low 200 to high 200s. That's where his passing game comes from because we're a run-first team. He's a mobile quarterback. Most of our offense comes from that, and actually him running the ball itself. So he's not a type of quarterback that's per se going to give you 300, 400 yards passing like a Breeze or a Fitzpatrick or a Brady. That's just not his game. But like I said when I was at Mark's house yesterday, I don't care if you throw for 400 yards. Long as you win the damn game, that's all I care about. Long as you win the game, it was a productive game, and things were clicking on all cylinders. Now, some critique from last night. I am happy that we won the game. It was a division win. It keeps us out of the hole for now. But it's this whole narrative. When Linehan's job is on the line, it seems like he just all of a sudden wants to pull tricks out the bag and wants to open up the playbook and finally do some things that work for this offense that you should be doing normally every week. To me, your job still ain't safe, bruh. Like, to me, Linehan gotta go. Like, I'm tired of it because it still shapes up as an 8-8 season, 9-7 season. We don't need none of that. We already have 5 losses. The best we can do right now is win out and go 11-5, which, you know, I hate to doubt my team, but I doubt we're going to do that. So, Dak Prescott played a pretty decent game. Things that irritated me about this game with him, primarily him, is he still got to work on his mechanics, the way he needs to learn how to step up in the pocket to throw the ball. Like, when you see that the defense and the play is collapsing around you, the pocket is collapsing, step up and throw that ball, because there were lanes where he could have stepped up and threw that ball. And another thing that is huge, it seems like when he throws the ball, he's like a half to a quarter second late. It's like when he throws the ball, he's got this, like, it's hesitation to him. And I'm like, he can't hesitate like that. He has to get out there. He's got to throw that ball with confidence and give it to the receiver as soon as he strikes that, as soon as he gets to the end of his route. Now, you see the guys when they're cutting on their routes, you see them when they hit that angle, that's when you give them the ball. You give them the ball in stride. Throw it to the point, throw it to the point where they're going to be at. And I'm telling you, like, I think that his completion percentage will be much more. And he actually could have had another passing touchdown if he would have threw the ball faster instead of taking a sack there. But like I said, those are small things. Like, you know, just work on his timing, work on his vision, his feet, setting his feet. And I think that he can be even better. But again, my biggest thing right now is, of course, the play caller. Now, it upsets me to see this because you get to a game like the Jaguars and the Giants and those games where we dominated and we won, and you see what he was doing in the game. It was a lot of RPO. It was a lot of getting the ball out in space. And these are the things that I've been speaking on. Now, we know what Dak is good at. We know what he's not good at. Linehan knows that. I don't understand why Linehan doesn't maximize on these opportunities. You see what works and what doesn't. So when you use the things that work, you stop them after that drive, and in the next series they come out, you just drop a goose egg and do something stupid, and you're like, did we just waste the whole drive on some BS? Like, come on now. You got a dynamic running back. create some damn space. Stop trying to function when the team is bunched. Spread that team out and do it. Like the Eagles, we know that their defense sets up in a wide 9 on their front line. Why not run the ball in between those tackles? Because you know you're going to get space. And again, that's what they did this game, and that's why Zeke had open lanes to run it. But again, you have to scheme to the defense that you're playing against. Now, I say his job ain't safe, Linehan's job ain't safe, because the simple fact that he keeps going back and forth. As soon as he gets scrutinized, all of a sudden he wants to get better and open up the playbook. I feel like he's handcuffing Dak. You can see Dak. Dak is more comfortable when you see that he's audibling and running his own plays. When he's doing the hurry up offense, when they're in 2-minute drill, when they're pushing the ball and they're going quick hurry, that's when Dak is good, because Dak's like, this is my bread and butter. This is what I'm good at. But when they slow it down and he comes in with these bullshit ass plays, and it's like Dak's like, I don't want to do this, but I have to listen because I'm a young quarterback and I'm not established in this league yet to be doing what I want to do yet. So that's the thing. Like, and I feel like Linehan is the cause of a lot of these problems. And I'm like, it's inconsistent. You watch Undisputed, you see what Shannon said. Shannon Sharp was basically saying this team should be playing is better than the way that they're playing. And I agree with that. It's like we have the talent to do it, but we just can't get over the hump. And that's not just the players. Now, player execution problem, I already said what Dak issues are. I said that our penalties are a problem too, even though the refs seem like they are heavy on penalizing the Cowboys, because in this game, it was plenty of times when Philadelphia had a lot of holding calls that were not called on them. And I don't even think that they even had a penalty at all in the game. Like, that's crazy. But, you know, it is what it is. But again, either way, if the refs ain't on your side, the refs ain't trying to help you out, you look at it like this. You still have to do your job, and you still got to put yourself in a position where you're up enough to win. Eagles are a tough team regardless. I mean, I know that, you know, they got injuries just like we got injuries, but, you know, things happen. It's a rival. It's a division rival. We hate the Eagles hate us, but I still respect teams when respect is due. And that's just how I am. I'm a respectful individual when it comes to that. But, you know, I know Eagle fans are butthurt right now. We're tied for second right now with the same record. The Redskins are in the league, with 6-3, but you could look at it like this: this division is still up for the taking. Nobody has run away with it yet. We're still 2 games outside division lead. We got the Falcons up next, and again, I know that the Browns beat the Falcons, but I'm still not underestimating the Falcons, because the Falcons still have firepower, and I know the way that my Cowboys are, and they are very inconsistent when it comes to winning and losing, and it's like you don't know what Cowboys team is going to show up each week, and I know that's the frustrating part about fans and watching our team, because you don't know what they're going to do in any given game, and it really gets frustrating, and I can dig that. I completely understand that. But, you know, with that being said, like I said, I'm glad that we got the win. It's a victory. You know, we can celebrate for Monday, but tomorrow, get back into it. Get ready for the Falcons next week, 'cause it's going to be another road game, and then we got the Redskins at home for Thanksgiving. So, again, y'all, we have, what, 3 games in 15 days? This time around Thanksgiving is really, like, the tough part of schedule for Cowboys, not just with the games, but just preparing for the games, because you have short turnarounds for 3 games. And, you know, they just have to stay focused. And a lot of bright spots. I look at this defense. Like, the defense had some good stops on 3rd down. I was loving the stops that they had, because they basically won that game in the end, you know, stopping Philly from doing Philly things. Leighton Vander Esch, the rookie linebacker, I think he had, 12 tackles or whatever. He had an interception as well, his first career. So this guy's all over the place, and I think that's why I love Sean Lee still being here. whether he retires after this year or hangs it or whatever he decides to do. I think that they need to bring him back as a coach's helper or something like that. Help out Ben Bloom, because I'm telling you, like, those linebackers listen to him. They already said, Leighton Vander Esch, I've heard him say in interviews, I heard Jalen say, he said, hey, this is Sean Lee's linebacker core. We listen to him. We respect him, and I like that. And I like how the linebackers are playing. They're flying all over the field. They're making tackles. This defense is doing their job. My issue is the inconsistency with the offense. And I think, and I will say that about 70% of that is the play calling. You change the play calling, you get a better play caller in here, I guarantee you that offense will play so much more effectively, because you see what Dak can do when you give him better plays, when you give him better options. It's common sense. A lot of you guys be saying Dak trash cod and saying that he's terrible and garbage. What y'all need to understand is, and this is, and I get sick of y'all keep saying that we're Dak apologists. Nobody's apologizing for any fucking body. At the end of the day, I criticize myself. So you damn sure gonna believe I'm gonna criticize them. So again, I speak the truth on what it is. Yes, I say it all the time what Dak needs to work on. Dak knows what he needs to work on. Dak is a 4th round pick. Dak is a young guy still. He's still learning in this league. He started day 1. There's 1st round draft picks that don't even start day 1. So again, when you have time to learn, you become better faster. When you get thrown into the fire, you're working on the fly. You're learning on the fly. And that's what Dak Prescott is. He's yes, it's his 3rd season, but he's still learning on the fly. His 1st year, he had Mark Sanchez and Tony Romo here. They were key to his development. That's why I said we needed to have a veteran quarterback as a backup for him to be there to help him out during his maturation process of becoming the franchise quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. Because, you know, you don't want a situation where you actually have a decent quarterback like Dak and all of a sudden he'll be out of the league in a couple of years because he had a trash-ass coaching staff. I'm just tired of this inconsistency. I'm tired of this mediocrity. I'm tired of the same thing over and over again. I'm tired of Garrett in the goddamn post-game press conferences talking about we did some good things in the kicking game and all 3 phases of the game. I'm tired of him when they ask him about players, he's just sitting there like, oh, he's been a great player for years, for a long time. Like, you say the same thing over and over again. I'm tired of it. It's like if you put Jason Garrett's press conferences together, they all sound the same. You don't even know which one you're watching. You got to look at a tag on it to let you know what month, date, and year it is, so you know where it came from, because it all sounds like it's one long-ass press conference. I'm sorry. Shit. It just grinds my damn gears, man. I'm telling you, y'all, like, it's crazy. But I will say, again, I'm glad that we got the win. It was needed. It was a mark of a desperation. Some key parts in the game that was key to us winning. You look at that fake punt. Cowboys to do that every once in a while. When their back's against the wall, when they feel like they can't get adequate amount of first downs, they'll do something like that on 4th down. They'll fake a punt here or there. And they're about 100% at it, too, at this point. Maher missed that first kick. It was just like, oh, here we go. But, you know, it happens. You know what I mean? Like, everybody's not perfect at their job, except for LP Lattiser. Even he had a penalty, which we can argue that, too. But I'm not even going to go back to that Redskin game. But, again, Michael Gallup's plays, the 25-yard catch on the left side of the field, that was key to that drive on getting that touchdown at the end of that. But I just look at it like this. You got to get Dak moving, not only in the passing game, him throwing, but also him moving with his feet, because he's a big-ass quarterback. And you got to move him. And again, that RPO is huge. You see how much it works when you got a dynamic running back like Zeke. You got a big, strong quarterback like Dak. The threat of the run has to be there. You have to strike fear in these defenses' heart. Even if you don't strike fear in it, you gotta confuse them. You gotta keep them on their toes so they don't know what's going on. Basically, being less predictable. But that's all I have for that. Happy about the win. Enjoy Victory Monday. again, shout out to all the troops. Thanks again for all your service, and happy Veterans Day to everybody. I'm still technically working, even though it's probably not gonna be a lot because ain't nobody open. So it is what it is. But like I said, it's your boy E2 Blue. Always keeping it real. I'll talk to y'all soon. Have a great Monday.